Welcome everyone to SipTeawithSenpais. I am your bubbly senpai Kai. Today, to get in that holiday spirit, we're gonna start off with anime that has inspired us or just anime that's super close to our heart. I guess I'll start. Sailor Moon is definitely closest to my heart. I love everything about it, even the storyline. Sailor Moon was around at a time where I don't know. I was learning about myself, I guess, a little more back then. So, like I said, if you've heard me before, Sailor Moon started off my anime journey. Um, I watched it when I was little, so I was like maybe 5 or 6, and they used to play it on Cartoon Network, and so I was like, "Oh, pretty lady that does magical things." You know, she was my first magical girl or whatever. But yeah, I like Sailor Moon just because it was like back then it was something different. It wasn't standard cartoons like you see back in the day. So yeah. Inspiration mainly the artwork, and that later inspired me to do like my cosplays and things like that. So
I was definitely on team. I definitely watched Sailor Moon when it was dubbed when it first came out in America. So that's how I watched it. Everyone, look, her name isn't Usagi to me. I hate that. Her name is Serena.
yeah, I didn't know about her Japanese name until way later in life. So
Also,
and then I
Meatball
found out it
Head.
means bunny. I was like, yes. Bunny
Also,
is
Meatball
nice.
Head was the epitome of like insults back in my childhood.
I never watched a single fucking episode of Sailor Moon. I can't, because I was dark and depressing when I was younger. So all that like bright color, hearts shit was not for me. It wasn't for me. So yawn with that Sailor Moon shit.
I could tell you what it was. It was Tuxedo Mask Who Caught Me and the opening theme song to Sailor Moon in English. So it's like, yeah, I'm here for it.
That theme song was amazing.
All of it.
I can't say like anime inspired me more than it just like made me. I don't know, like it gave escape from my life. I feel like I could relate more to both emo shit and anime than uh, Bad Girls Club and Beyonce, bro. And you know, and I get a lot of shit for that too, because like especially when you're I don't know in minority dominant fucking schools, especially like with other black kids, it's always like a oh my god, Beyonce's God, and I'm just like okay, just gonna keep my nerdness to myself. Because if you say something, it's like literally every bitch in your grade has a problem. So I think like I always forget the name of this. It was a manga that more so like got me, but it was Japanese. So yeah, no. Uh, yeah, like okay. I feel like you crossed that boundary from being like a fan of anime to a complete goddamn weeb. Every names and the characters in Japanese, and you're like, oh, and I even somewhat understand Japanese, and I'm like, just watch. But leave my hating ass alone because like, it's just not for me. I feel like it's too much, way too much. Like I said, it was a manga that inspired me, and it dead ass like hit me in the solar plexus and in my soul at the same time because I dead ass like it changed my life seriously. It was just like this literal. It only had like 4 chapters. Again, I didn't know the Japanese name, so I haven't seen it ever since, and like I couldn't look it up because I can barely spell. Fuck no. So in it was like these two people were arguing, and one person was just like, "Why are you complaining instead of changing whatever it is that's going on?" And I was like, That's an option. Like, change it, and I'm so serious. So I was like, you can't just change and do whatever it is that you want to do.
So anime that's inspired me or that's close to my heart. So, okay, this is gonna be a bit of a sad story, but it ends good. So, anime that's close to my heart is Fruits Basket. When I was living back in California, I was 12 and my dad died. So we didn't watch anime together. Dragon Ball Z, but there's that. But I want to say maybe 2 years after he died, I still wasn't handling it well. And eventually my mom got cable. And the first anime I saw on cable was Fruits Basket. And the main character, Toru, she used to tell her mom, like in the first couple episodes, you see her talking to her mom about how she tells her mom to be safe when she leaves. And me, being just a sad little girl at the time, kind of hit me hard. And so she talked about how the day her mom died, she didn't tell her to be safe. And so my brain just kind of took that. And so that became my habit when I was, even now to this day, when I'm like leaving home or going somewhere, I'll tell my mom or my siblings, be safe. Just because that anime hit me at such a point in my life that I was like, okay, I have to take this to heart and I'm going to incorporate what this anime has done in my life. Because it felt good and it makes me feel happy. It makes me feel nice to do that. So yeah, that's why I like Fruit Basket so much. I haven't had a chance to watch the reboot completely yet, but yeah.
Oh damn! I feel kind of stupid.
I said it was gonna be emotional, but it's just that one.
Well, because I don't feel like I don't feel like it's necessarily inspired me more than it just like made me be like, oh my god, something gets me on the inside. Like, yeah, so that's why like I get a lot, and I mean I get a lot of shit for liking Diva from Blood Blessed, because like she was like, my favorite anime character of like all time. And I would always get shit from it. And I remember every time I would argue with some fucking idiot because they would be like, oh, she's evil. She killed people. She's evil. And I could relate to it more so because I was just like, I grew up in that whole like not receiving love and shit like that. And Diva's background was, like I said, it told the story of my soul. Didn't get love most of your life. You got to the point where you were just angry, killed everybody within a radius. And all she wanted was a family. She just wanted like, love and people to love her. So everybody's just like, no, but she killed people and she was evil. I was like, I think her sister was evil. Y'all wildin'. You turned, her sister was a whole Pocahontas to me, because like you turned against your own people and damn near helping them. I was like, so I'm sorry, but if my twin sister was like, nope, we gotta hate us and assist them in stopping our race from like growing and being a good person, I'm not 100% saying that that's like exact match to Pocahontas, but I'm sorry. I always thought Pocahontas was nuts. I'm like, this bitch crazy.
Over some Disney movie you like.
I was like, she's crazy. Huh?
Disney movies. We're gonna talk about it in a second. But Alexis.
Honestly, I can't say I have anything that's close to me for any specific reason. And when I started watching anime in the first place, starting with Dragon Ball and Sailor Moon and stuff like that, and like initially as a kid, I think the older I got, well, no, because I think I started drawing myself, like drawing things in the first place about. Honestly, I don't know. I know at one point it did inspire me to start working on drawing characters more though.
Mm.
Anime as a whole, anime and cartoons as a whole. Because at that point, I was just like, oh, I don't want to draw fashion specifically. I want to branch out more. So that's how I got into like drawing in the first place, like deeper than what it was. Really about all I got.
I mean, yeah. Another, I'll say, it's not an anime, but a cartoon that inspired me was Steven Universe. When Steven Universe came out, it was around the time my mom passed away, and it was just interesting to see how somebody that never grew up with their mom, which technically that happened to me. My biological mom is still alive. And, like I said, I had a mom that loved me, but having that portion, like seeing someone kind of going through the same thing I am, like, what is my mom like? I never got to know her. She never got to know me. And this was before I turned 16 and everything. But, I was like, I had a mom. I didn't get to know her. I don't know if I'll ever find her. I'll never, I don't know about me, like my personal history and everything. So I think I related Steven to Steven because it was like you saw his journey of him not knowing anything about his mom, and then he finds out the truth about his mom, and he's like, I don't know if I like her anymore. But him going through all that trauma and everything is just crazy. But when he finally learns the truth, and I won't spoil anything, but we know when she finally knows the truth about her, and you see that growth go through that growth, that I felt like I related that a lot. Because like I said, I found my mom when I was 16, so I got to know her a little more, but I didn't really get to know her until like pretty much now. I'm 26 now, so now I'm slowly starting to understand who my mom is. I'm like, oh, my mom's an introvert. I kind of am, but I'm mostly extrovert. But yeah, I like seeing that progress with characters and stuff. So Steven
Another
definitely
two. So like you guys, it's once a cartoon and then one's an anime. So the anime was Card Captors, and I watched it on WB. So again, this is one of those animes where I was like, okay, I'm watching it in English, and I prefer that version of the English, not the Netflix English version. Forget that one. But it was all the fun action that I got out of Dragon Ball Z, but with a girl who wore cute things, and like, she wasn't having to deal with world ending fights all the time. She was like, I'm just trying to be a normal person, and I still have to do all this stuff. And I don't know why, I just related to her. And I was like, she's also got these cute outfits that are adorable as fuck. And I was like, I wish I could wear them.
I think what I loved about that anime most is that she didn't have magical transformations like Sailor Moon did. She had to actually stop, go get dressed, and then go save the world. I was like, yes, I feel all of this.
Madison was literally, she's a cosplayer. She's a cosplayer. Yes. And Madison was the person who made her cosplays. And Madison was the friend for life. She was like, I got your costumes. I'm going to make sure you videotape. Do you need a ride there? I got you. Like, Madison was a friendship for life. And I loved her so, so much. But the other one is Hunchback of Notre Dame, the movie. I related to that movie too much. It's just like, this person is like, people don't like you, or people talk about you because you look different. And in my case, it was being the big girl in a whole state full of skinny people, because California is almost nothing but skinny folks. But that was the thing. And so like him just overcoming that, just going out and just being himself and trying to be better and trying to do better by everybody else. And I was like, I relate to this so well. And he's way more braver than me, which is why to this day, Hunchback of Notre Dame is like my favorite Disney movie. I'll sit there and watch it anytime I see it. And when I heard that it was going to be in Kingdom Hearts, I lost my shit. I was like, excuse me? Yes. It still wasn't as great as I wanted it to be, but I was still happy.
Oh, no, I'm not I personal with all that other shit, bro. Nope. Like I said, I could relate more. Yeah, like I could relate more to psychotic shit than everything else, because I can say this. Some animes made me super thankful for my life. I grow up having the best life. Right now, my life's fucking fantastic, but that shit really will make you appreciate. It's kind of like when you hear some like other person's sad ass life, see their sad ass life, and you're like, please stop fucking complaining. Like Robin from fucking One Piece, yo. Like her life is so. Oh my god. She had to watch her entire people die. I was like, God. And then they hunted an 8-year-old child for 20 years. I was like, it really does suck to be her. Like that shit, I guess, made me thankful and made me grateful for my life, because I'm like, at least I'm not Sasuke or fucking Robin. Every time like I'm having a bad time, I'm like, oh, at least I'm not them, bro. Whew.
At least I am not Sasuke or Nico Robin or Naruto.
They gotta watch their people die, and they were kids. Like Sasuke had it hard.
Naruto had it just as hard. They're like, oh, you exist. Nope.
I don't feel like he. You know what? No, he doesn't. Because Naruto grew up not having parents to begin with, right? So he was already somewhat used to that because he didn't have parents at any point. Sasuke had parents. Was his out of his dad and his mom's 2 children, he was the least favorite child. So then when his dad finally started to show him some type of affection and he felt like his life was going really, really right, everybody he loved died. We're gonna have to debate
this on another topic, because I was like, I would feel Naruto had it worse, because not only does he not have parents, your entire community hates you.
Because you have the demon inside.
And you actually don't know why they hate you. They just think you're disgusting. Okay.
Hold on.
That's a good topic for another day. Because that's a long debate.
No, it will not take long. I gotcha.
We will debate this on another day. It's going to take a minute.
How you guys see this shit is that Naruto never had certain things, and then the Uchihas were treated like Indians in America and Canada. Like, they put them on the outskirts of town, shunned the hell out of them. Their entire race of people were consistently put down. No. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Sasuke is like justified for bullshit emo.
90% of shit he did.
No, but I feel like his story was way sadder because he actually, and you remember, he got stuck in the I'm forgetting the name right now, but when he did catch Itachi kill his parents before his eyes, like, they made him replay it in his head multiple times. So it's like, Naruto, at least at that time, when they were younger, when they were little ass kids, like 8 years old, Naruto didn't have to watch his family die in front of him multiple times. So it's like, yeah, Naruto got shunned and shit like that, but I'm sorry, I'd rather get fucking shunned and consistently be alone than have horrible trauma of watching everyone die in front of me.
We will get back onto this topic on another day. This is the debate. Alexis, you got anything else?
Y'all bananas.
That'll be it. Not a one.
Next.
Like, proud of that.
Does anyone have just an anime that they like just treasure because of like, this is some stupid shit, but I love it?
I love Bobobo. I don't know why. It's so damn retarded. And every episode is its own series. Because, oh my god, you don't know what you're literally never gonna know what you're gonna get from that man. And I'm just like, I want to hate you, but you're so funny, I can't hate you.
Look, Kai, it's okay, because initially when Bobobo came out, I was just like, oh, this is too stupid for me. I can't do it. And years later, I was like, well, I'm bored.
Right.
Let me try. And I watched it. I was like, I hate myself.
I'm not gonna front. I've got the opening and the ending to Bobobo on my phone because the music was great. And the only thing that I consistently, whenever I think of Bobobo, is that panel from the manga where Yugi Yu-Gi-Oh pops out of his head with like 3 different dueling monster cards, and I'm like, this manga is out of control. What is this shit?
I don't know. There's this skit they always have where this character named Gascan, run of the mill, spiky haired character, they're always like, "Where's Gascan?" Gascan is literally standing behind him, like, "I'm right here." They're like, "I don't see him anywhere." I'm just
Because you look like generic anime boy.
I'm so confused. Yeah, I need to rewatch because
rewatch it when you're older. Because when I was younger, I didn't get it either. I watched it, but I was like, I don't get half of these jokes, so I'm gonna just leave him alone. But now that I'm older, I was just like,
this might be a little too stupidly random for me.
Mm-hmm.
But at the
I had that same feeling with Zatch Bell, kind of. Zatch Bell has some moments.
I really remember Zatch Bell. I watched it, but I didn't really pay attention to it.
I watched Zatch Bell. Did I finish it? No.
Same.
Because I didn't have anything to this day. So.
Zatch Bell was just garbage to me. I couldn't sit through it. Ninja nonsense.
What?
Ninja nonsense was everything. What?
Ninja nonsense. What the hell is ninja nonsense?
Have you ever seen it?
No, I've never even heard of it.
I haven't either. I don't think.
Thank you. I'm not alone.
I never.
Well, you know what? It's on Crunchyroll, and I think it's on Funimation too. Definitely, if you have the free time, please go watch that anime. That shit is. First of all, I've never seen an art style like it, ever. And that shit is just randomly funny. Like in the first episode, it's basically this girl that it's like she's a ninja, but she's not a ninja, and she goes to a school in the mountains where 1, she's the only girl, and 2, all of the other ninjas in the school are named Sasuke and look alike.
What the heck?
It's like funny, and the headmaster is the only, I don't know, it's like the only above figure there. And he pretends to be the headmaster and lies to the girl, and she's the only person stupid enough to believe that he's not the same person as her teacher, and he fucking is. They at one point they had like a new ninja join, and it was an alligator that tried to tear apart the teacher. And they cursed it too. He was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? That's a goddamn alligator. He tried to kill me." And the alligator just like started putting on his little ninja fucking outfit. I was like,
Oh, I just thought of one more anime before we go. Tonari no Sekikun. Nyera got me into this.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say that one.
Yes, Tonari no Sekikun. Oh my god, that one is hilarious. All it is about a girl and a boy that are in class together, and the boy just loves to procrastinate. But the teachers don't catch him, and by the time they actually look at him across the room, he's just looking at his book or whatever. But I was just like, they never catch this man. And the amount of procrastination that this dude has is immaculate. That's the word I can even tell you.
Wait, so Elexus is an anime character and a guy in it?
No, Yahida. This man is procrastination king, but at the same time, he does so much stuff. The man made a whole entire podcast in the back of the classroom. Teacher's not paying attention. And the girl sits in the back of the classroom next to him, and she freaks out.
Because she notices all this stuff, but I'm just like,
yeah. You know what? I think I have seen that. But like Rumble and Ninja Nonsense, especially in Ninja Nonsense, that shit is just... Oh, okay. Like I said, in the first episode, like real quick, in the first episode, the fucking girl, she sneaks into this other, she goes down from the mountains, sneaks into like this other girl's house who's the same age as her. They never met before. And the girl starts freaking out. And mind you, when the main character, Shinobu, does like little ninja things, they never fucking work because it seems like she's just actually normally human. And they never explain any of that shit. It's fucking awful for that. But she snuck into the girl's house because one of the things the headmaster gave to her was she had to steal, I think, 50 or 100 panties from girls in the neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I hate this man already.
Fucking stupid. You got to see it. I'm telling you, you got to fucking see it. That shit is it's not even that many episodes. That shit will kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it will kill you. And once you see how many Sasuke's there are, you're just like, are they all fucking named Sasuke? Like, are you serious? And it's funny as fuck. No, they're all named Sasuke. And like, you know how like in some animes it'll be like the same character but different colors? No, all the Sasuke's are the same color. All of them.
Oh, good.
They
already. I don't
I'm
even
not
know
go watch it. Go watch it, bro. It's like at one point they were like trying to do something peaceful. I think it was like a picnic or something. And like 5 of the Sasuke's were in the background in like man thongs, just like shaking their ass. And they're just like the normal girl who she tried to steal her panties, like wind up going to the school, not to like apply, but just to hang out with the bitch who almost stole her panties. And she's the only person with common sense. So she gets so fucking mad at everything they do, and she just slugs them in the face. And then, oh god.
Yes, go girl.
Yeah, then she had one of those normal shitty anime parents that you see, where every time she brings the ninja girl to her house, her parents are like, "Oh, you're like the daughter we always wanted," and her daughter's just like, "I'm right here," and they're just like, "Yeah, just live here, Shinobu. You're just so wonderful. Oh, you're just so wonderful. I wish we had a child like you." And again, Kaede's just like, "I'm right here." Like I feel so bad for her.
I love
All right,
it.
guys.
So bad.
So we'll be back in just a minute. See y'all in a second. How are you doing today? I'm Senpai Man. Welcome back.
Senpai Man.
I've been waiting to say that for the past week.
No more Coochie Man songs for you. Like I'm so tired of
I can't help it. It's such a good song. It came back. But hi, everybody. We're back. We're going to go to our next topic, our favorite winter, Christmas, holiday movies or TV shows. And I will go first with my favorite one being The Santa Claus. Does anyone remember that one?
That the Tim Allen one?
Tim Allen?
Yes.
I love it. I love
Santa?
every single one of them. That's my usual Christmas stuff.
It's an excellent series of movies. They were so funny and so good. And I was like, you killed Santa, so you have to become Santa in order to fix the issue. Like it was a little dark as a child, at least that part, but everything else about it was like hilarious. I was like, he's just slowly becoming Santa Claus over the movie, and he has to accept the fact, okay, so I have to move to the North Pole to just become Santa Claus. Like, yes, that's exactly what you need to do.
For me, my favorite is Santa Claus is Coming to Town, which is the really old, y'all know them really old stop motion movies. So if you know the Rudolph ones, it's literally the one about Santa.
Now I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, the one about the birth of Santa Claus and how Santa Claus came to be. I don't know why that's my favorite one. Probably because there's a random penguin in there. I was like, I don't know how you made it from the North Pole, but oh my god, you're adorable.
I can tell you my most hated Christmas movie that I was so tired of seeing as a kid.
Which one?
All of the Other Reindeer.
I hate that.
It was on every. It's like every day for the whole
All
month.
the Other Reindeer?
All of the Other Reindeers with the dog that became a reindeer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I remember that one now.
Y'all, I hated it. I hated it so much. I was okay with it after watching it once.
Right.
Then it was on every day, and I'm just like,
yeah, and it would be the whole week before Christmas, and then it would play all day during Christmas. I'm like, oh, I've seen it 10 million times.
That's how it was with a lot of Christmas movies. I like shit like the Grinch. I like the live one. The live Grinch is always like so much better.
Yes, with Jim Carrey, that was on my list. That's like top tier. My favorite Grinch version of movie.
The Grinch was gold. So I'm just like, I want to be this person. I want to be like.
When you're like a teenager and older, you relate to the Grinch a little too well. You're like, that is a movie.
The Grinch was always my favorite character, even as a kid. I was just like, this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would watch shit like that. 8 Crazy Nights always fucking made me laugh.
I love that movie.
I've only seen 8 Crazy Nights, I think maybe once, and probably only in clips.
I love that movie.
I don't think I remember seeing that movie.
Adam Sandler.
You know that? Okay, thank you. just came to me.
That's literally how you remember it's Adam Sandler. But still, yeah, worth it.
I can tell you though, one of my favorite things, it might not technically be Christmas, but I'm gonna classify it as Christmas. What is it? Rise of the Guardians or something?
I haven't finished the movie, but I need to.
Every time, I still want a second one.
Sandman was amazing. Santa Claus was a Russian gangster. The Easter Bunny was freaking Wolverine.
Russian Santa with
I need to see
tattoos.
that
I was
shit.
like, bruh, yes.
Yahida, you've never seen Rise of the Guardians? You should. It's an excellent movie.
Do they have real people?
No.
No, it's animated.
3D animated.
Okay.
It's by who?
I don't care.
DreamWorks.
Fuck that.
DreamWorks, yeah.
But yeah.
You know what? No, I should look at it.
Oh, what was it? Wasn't the villain the boogeyman?
There's
I
a
believe so.
what
Hold on.
happened?
I think so. I don't remember. I haven't watched the movie in a long time.
What happened?
Pitch
They also
Black.
have what? Grandma got ran over by a reindeer.
I love that damn. I love when the
They
two
overplayed that a little bit too.
like. I
I just like the song because it's funny.
love that
It's like-
damn song. It's
It's
so
just country
catchy.
as fuck. Like grandma got run over by a reindeer. Like
No, she's
Some
talking
white
about the
person
villain song that was on there. At some
Yeah,
point,
when the two
bitches were singing the
ladies
song.
were trying to get Santa to sue grandma because she ran him over. She hit him or whatever. Still, I love that. I love that one scene. That's all I care about.
You know, as a child, you're like, just leave him alone. So what that he ran her over and she has amnesia. Like, don't. Who cares? Now, as an adult, you're like, Santa should have been sued. That's fucked up.
liability.
I know, Sue. No, I was gonna say he ran him over and left her there, but he didn't leave her there. He took her with her.
Yeah. So now you have like almost manslaughter,
A hit
hit
and
and run
run.
because he didn't report it, and then you have kidnapping.
Santa Claus committed a few crimes.
A slew of fucking crimes. So like when
And
I was
then
an
she
adult,
got
I
hit
was like,
again. She got hit again at the end of the damn movie. I
Yes.
was just like,
Yes, she did. No, do you guys remember? Okay, so back to what Yahida said about the Grinch. So I actually watched the 3D animated one just a few months ago. It's surprisingly good, but then
not bad.
but the hand-drawn one was better, mostly because that song is iconic, and I just think about it every once in a while when I'm pissed. It's like,
I don't think I ever saw the hand drawn one.
yes, because that's where the song came. So you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch, and I was like, yes, he's just talking mad shit about the Grinch, like you're just an asshole.
did you know the guy that sang in the 2D one? The guy that sang it was Tony the Tiger.
Wait, really?
The voice of Tony the Tiger sang the song for that one. I was like, what?
Like it's that's a trivia fact I did not know.
Yeah. I was
You
like,
know, it's a
holy
good holiday movie, but no one talks about it because it's holiday, but it's horror too. Krampus.
yes. I love Krampus.
Krampus was I wasn't expecting a horror movie during the holidays, and I did not expect Krampus, but that was a good movie, and that's a good horror movie and a good Christmas movie. It's like, oh, so you want to lose the spirit of Christmas? All right, then.
I don't like that.
I'm just not in a rush to do it.
It's a good movie. I would recommend it more for Halloween than Christmas, but it is technically a Christmas movie because of where it's set, when it's set.
Of course,
Well,
you gotta mention The Nightmare Before Christmas because it's a both movie. It's both. It's
True.
Halloween.
It was, you know,
Yes.
but you guys started.
I was waiting for
talking about how
Yahida
much
to
you love
say
the
that
video.
movie. Like, I was
No,
waiting
that was
for
gonna
you
be
to-
like my next thing to talk about. I love Nightmare Before Christmas. I could watch it year round and not get bored, and I could sing all of it.
I was literally
Nightmare
just
Before
singing
Christmas.
Sally's song. Like,
No, Marilyn Manson and Evanescence fucking murdered it. Okay, they
I have the Evanescence
murdered those
version.
soundtracks.
I have the Evanescence song, Sally's song, on my phone. I love that song. It's a really good cover.
I gotta be honest. Marilyn Manson's version of "This Is Halloween" way better than the original. That shit, he killed it.
Did
If
you know?
don't have it,
So, did you know that the Night Before Christmas has a game, like a Night Before Christmas sequel game, and they have a continuation of Oogie Boogie songs, and it has like there's 4 additional pieces to it, and they're all so good. And I was like, I didn't know this existed. Now I do, and I'm gonna keep it because this is great.
Yeah.
Also, Oogie Boogie's whole song is like one of the best parts of that entire movie. Just like, you're so cool.
You know, I got speaking of like, I guess like evil fucking shit and holidays and Krampus. I didn't like the shit with Krampus, but I remember I got kicked out of Sunday school for my opinion because they were talking about they were talking about like you were listing how Krampus is a terrible person versus Santa, and I was like, I don't know about that. I think I'd rather agree with Krampus, to be honest with you. I got kicked out of Sunday class because I was like, okay, wait, but that goes back to like God and the devil, kind of, because that's what they were using the analogy, how like God is basically Santa and the devil is Krampus. And I was like, I mean, if you think about it, that's kind of fucked up to give people what the fuck they want most of the time. And you just pretend to be nice for a little bit. I don't think that's...
Dude, it's funny when you get older and you think, when you really try to break down, like, okay, Santa has to go in every single house every year, and I'm like, okay, and he's like, Santa goes down the chimney, but I'm like, half of these houses don't have chimneys, so how is Santa gonna get past my alarm system?
I was that, so I never believed in any of it. Like,
I believed in Santa until I believed in Santa until I was 5, and the only reason I stopped believing was because I went behind the couch and I was like, okay, this is the year I'm gonna sit down and see how the hell Santa gets in my house without it having a chimney, because I didn't have a chimney back then. And so I sat behind the couch and I see my older sister run down the stairs, throw a present under the tree, and then run back up. I was like, damn, I knew he was fake, because I was like, there's no way you can get into my house.
Look, I was a terrible kid. I would legit sneak and kind of sort of tear the Christmas paper off of the presents to see what it was. And then like,
that kid.
I love to just tape it back. But to this day, you realize that the Santa thing is fake as a kid anyway. In my mind, I know he was real, so it's technically not a lie. It's just he died years ago.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I was one of those kids that rationalized Santa real hard. I was like, oh, Santa's using time travel to get to all these houses in time. Santa's over here magically making chimneys. He has a bunch of magical reindeer. Why can't he magically make a chimney? Like I said, I was one of them kids who rationalized Santa Claus real hard for a while.
Oh, I didn't put any kind of thought into it. It just eventually became a thing where we just knew my mom was the one buying the stuff and wrapping them, and she hid them in extra weight, like in an extra room, so we wouldn't go look at them.
When me and my siblings figured it out, then it got to a point like, okay, my mom. And it's funny, I know where my mom used to hide our presents. She used to hide it in her closet, but she would either pile stuff around it so well that we didn't see it during the year, or she'll put the presents in there last minute. But we're, every day over the whole year, we used to run in her closet and like scavenge through the stuff, like, what's in here that's new? Because she always kept that closet messy. We're like, what's in here that's new, man? I want to know what my present is, but we never figured it out. She always sounds like
me, because I promise you, I was terrible, especially when it came to my mom hiding stuff, and I'm just like, you can hide it, I will find it,
right?
Even if I'm not trying to, I'm gonna find it. It didn't even have to be Christmas. She could hide some stuff, but I'm just like, I'm nosy.
At least most of y'all were
sometimes she'll hide with
child wonder. I said at least most of y'all had child wonder. Like, I remember when I was like 8 and I had my dad, he was like, oh, are you ready for Santa? Da, da, da. And I was like, Raphael, do you think I'm stupid? And he looked at me, he was like, huh? I was like, do you think I'm stupid? I was like, bro, Santa doesn't exist. Don't play with my emotions. And he was just like, why would you think Santa doesn't exist? And my younger brother was like there. I think he was like, what? I want to say like 1 or 2 or something. They were like, why would you say that? Why would you say that? And my grandma said the same shit. Like, my dad's mom. They were like, why do you think Santa doesn't exist? I was like, because all these presents are signed by you.
It's
And I was like, yeah, I was like, how is that supposed to, like, first of all, I think the story is stupid. I think it's fucking stupid. And I was like, because I'm a paranoid person, that has a trouble, dark past. Of course, I'm a paranoid person. So I was like, you trying to sit here and convince me that some grown fat fuck is going to go into my room or in my house and break in the middle of the night? That's not comforting. That shit is terrifying. Like, why would you do that? And they were just like, I remember saying this in church too. And I got in so much fucking trouble because they were like, why do you do this? Why do you ask stupid, like, crazy questions? They said ludicrous questions. So I was just like, I don't feel like my questions are stupid. I don't feel like my idea of it is stupid. Because, like I said, they try to relate Krampus and, to God and the devil. And I was just like, there's so many reasons why that's wrong, because I was like, the way you guys tell it, you guys don't make the devil seem like a bad person. You make him seem like him versus God is more like God was like, it's okay. They're gonna mess up and do evil stuff, and it's fine if they go against me. And the devil's like, no, bitch, they should definitely suffer for that. Did you see that? He just murked somebody else. No, he's wrong. You gotta go. You saying you need to be locked up. Like, what is wrong with you? And God's just like, I them to this degree. So that's how, like, exactly how I described it, and they kicked me out of Sunday class.
I'm just saying also, like, if you follow the idea that the devil is Lucifer and God made the angels and Lucifer's his first son, you're like, so you always say that God loves all his children, so he still loves the devil. He just like, look, I'm getting tired of you. You're going to have to go downstairs. Go over there. He basically grounded his kid. Because his kid was a little shit.
Like God and the devil thing, I just think about the Greek gods, like the stuff like that, because I'm like, well, you have all of these other things and you have the underworld God in the first place. It's all still a job.
I feel like
one good and bad, but
I also don't see the correlation between like Christmas and Santa Claus to religion. Like, okay, this shit is not adding up.
There's a whole thing about whether these even connect, and I'm like, what?
I'm not trying to be an asshole, but like I said, I got kicked out of class because I was always asking like crazy questions or saying some shit. I was like, what does Jesus and Santa have to fucking do with each other? Like, I don't even think they know each other. And again, I was one of those kids, bro. I was definitely one of those kids. I was like, how would they know each other? That doesn't even make sense. Santa's clothes look way different from Jesus's mom's clothes back then.
Jesus and Santa's don't know each other. They ain't homies. They're from two different boroughs.
Okay. I know this is quite very off topic, but I think I should sit here and talk about and make this correlation real quick. I was always getting kicked out because I was always doing I was always asking crazy ass questions, like I said. So one of them, they were just like, oh yeah, Mary was a virgin and gave birth to Jesus. And I was like, wait a minute. This story's not adding up. Okay. This story's not adding up. And this is how like I met my current my mentor and everything, who like held me down in life. He was a pastor and unfortunately a Republican and stuff like that. So he would always be like, why don't you think more like this? And I was like, because it just seems really fucking stupid. I was like, first of all, again, Santa and Jesus, nothing to do with each other. Their stories aren't even close. All right, they're not even close. I was like, second, people used to die in their 30s back then, right? I was like, so wouldn't Mary be young as fuck? And they all looked at me and they were like, no. I was like, how old was she? How old was she when she had this baby? And everybody was like, well, she was the proper age. I was like,
what's the proper age?
Just like you're not proper age, because your proper age at that point in time was still too young for one.
No, so I googled it. I googled it in the middle. I googled it in the middle class, and it was like Mary was 12 years old when she gave birth to Jesus. I was like, and mind you, again, Catholic. I'm not like one of those anti-God people or anti-religion people. I'm just like, I just need you guys to start telling stories that make sense.
Or like stop covering up all of the stuff people don't want to hear, that is a part, like that's a important part of the whole thing in the first place.
I was about to say, it's the Catholic Church. They cover up everything. That's the whole point.
Okay, so yeah. They were like, no, it tells the entire story of Jesus's life. I was like, hear me out. I was like, why isn't he a teenager in any of these stories? And I was like, or a child. And they deadass like called the guy who was always supposed to be watching me, because he taught like 12th grade and I was in like elementary to middle school at the time. So they would always be like, John, come get her. And like other kids in the class would be like, wait a fucking minute. Wait a minute. This makes sense. This bitch is making sense. Yeah. I love it. Again, holidays and shit didn't make sense to me. I was that child. That's it. Because I shouldn't get into the rest of this. Just know the last question I asked until they transferred me permanently into his class was, do you think the Virgin Mary had like a dirty dream the night she got pregnant? And that's it. We should just go, okay.
All right, so we're going to move straight into our last topic, which is things we hate about the holidays.
Christmas decorations in general.
Working in retail and having to put on the Christmas music as soon as November hits.
No, as a person who works in the craft store,
go straight to the next one. I'm like,
oh my God,
wait, there was something in between all of it in the first place.
My God,
we were talking about them overplaying stuff the entire month of something. I'm just like,
overplaying this, not even overplaying Christmas music, overplaying the same 5 songs. Why are you playing the same 5 songs?
Because at that point, you're overdoing it.
You're overdoing it.
If I have to hear Bing Crosby for the 17th time again, I'm kicking someone's ass.
Shoot. I know they always play the Jackson 5 one. There's this Destiny's Child, Frosty the Snowman. It doesn't even sound good. It's like, you need to stop, Beyonce. That's too damn much, man. Too much. But anyway, if you work in a craft store, if you go into a craft store last minute pulling down Christmas stuff, just know, y'all, when you pull on the flowers, they're gonna fall and break. And then people look at me crazy like, why is half of your Christmas stuff broken? Because y'all yank it off the shelves so it pulls all the flowers off. So you only have like 1 flower left. And I'm just like, and they want us to sit there and glue the flowers back on. I'm like, nobody has time for that. And this is retail. Hell no, I ain't gluing no goddamn flowers to this.
Can I say that I hate the cold? Look, I love fall. Fall is great. Fall is still kind of warm, but it's got like nice cool breeze. Winter, it just like, freeze your tits off. Freeze everything. You can't walk outside you gotta walk outside with no shorts. No, can't do it. Georgia has random snowfalls, even though we live in the South. And when it does randomly snowfall, everyone loses their minds and forgets how to drive. I hate this.
We do not get snow. It's slush. It's all it is. It's slush. It's just stuck together ice for like maybe 30 minutes to an hour, and then after that, it's gone.
I can tell you, we only had legit snow. From the time I've been down here, I've only seen legit snow 1 time.
Who you telling?
I won't even count Snowmageddon. Mainly, okay,
I would.
Snowmageddon, quick story synopsis. So around 2014, here in Georgia, they were like, yeah, this big snowstorm is coming, y'all. So everybody prepare and hunker down and try to start to stay home or something like that. And it snowed.
It was
but the weird thing about it was
It was just
the
ice.
snow that we had wasn't even really snow. It looked
It
like
was just ice.
plastic.
It was just ice. All we get, because I think
Plasticky looking
2014. I think it
ice.
happened in 2014. I remember being in this one neighborhood and we walked to Kroger because the roads were iced over. And it was like legit. From where we lived, driving to Kroger was like less than 10 minutes of a drive in the first place. So we could walk it with no problems. It's just, ice all over the place. I'm just like,
Right.
this sounds like that time.
Yeah, the lucky thing about my family is our cars are from New York, so a lot of cars in New. If y'all don't know, a lot of cars that are made in like New York or sent to New York, they have 4-wheel drive already in it. So a lot of people got stuck because they don't have 4-wheel drive down here because there's no point to it. You only get snow once in a blue moon. So my family lucked out. Like one time they had to go get my sister who was still in school at the time, and they were like, yeah, we can't get the buses out, so y'all gotta come get them. And my brother was just gliding through the snow like do, looking at people like because we have 4-wheel drive, so we don't have to worry about it. But yeah, Snowmageddon was nuts.
Yeah, they have something called all season tires in New York.
Yeah,
and those
tires,
are
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they're less likely to get into like fucking accidents and react really badly to like the weather. So funny shit.
It is.
Can I say that I hate people who put up their Christmas decorations November 1st or at the last week of October? I'm like, come on, I hate you.
Honestly, I can forgive putting them up in November, but I think it just depends on when you put them up in November.
You don't count. You only have the lights.
November. Oh, yeah, no, what are you talking? I'm about to put up my tree today.
Oh, we get it up.
I say do it late. No, if you're gonna put it up in November, do it late November, not early November.
Well, you know what? No, fuck yeah. Let them people have fun. All right. Christians give like off a warm, inviting feeling. So it's like it makes you feel good. So I just feel like a month of feeling good is just not enough. So
yeah, I'm not talking about like inside your house. I mean, you decide to put on, if you're outside your house, you got to put on those major, big, ridiculous Christmas lights, whole design things. On November
don't sit here and try to change it to be like specific after you already came for me.
I didn't know. It was an accident. I didn't mean to.
Literally, my whole time in Georgia, we only put the lights up outside 1 year, and then after that, it always rains down here. I guess that's one thing I hate down here. We don't get snow during Christmas. We get rain and wetness and just ill. So we literally only put up the lights outside one time since I've lived down here, and I've been down here like 15 years now. But every year we tried to put them outside, it would always rain. So we're like, yeah, there's no point. So no, we're good.
See, we weren't gonna help my mom put them up, and then she just realized this, so she halfway stopped doing it anyway.
Right.
And then we also forget to cut them on at night or cut them off later.
Yep. Same.
So we quit trying. I guess generally, other than like a wreath on the door that might light up, I don't think we put anything else outside.
Maybe my house I mainly put wreaths in the windows, and then we have these 2 small little singing Christmas trees where the lights go to the song and everything. But that's literally as much Christmas as you're gonna get from my house. So.
Well, outside. Since this topic is like shit that I hate about the holidays, I hate that I hated Thanksgiving. I've always hated Thanksgiving. I never liked it because ever since I started going to school and shit, I hated Thanksgiving because I just thought it was the very most fucked up holiday I could think of.
It is kind of.
No, like I knew that from when I was younger. Like immediately upon hearing like, because in school they make you do like little holiday themed things based off of what holiday is about to come up. Right. Usually it's just those 2 holidays. So I was just like, I don't think that's right. This seems kind of fucked up to me, and I used to get in trouble for asking like any question. So I was like, I think this is fucking stupid. So I hate people who sit here and get mad if you like for people like me, because I've had people get mad at me and they're just like, why do you not like Thanksgiving? You just don't like everything pure and happy in the world. I'm like, don't judge me, bitch. Don't judge me.
Yeah,
I don't judge you because you only want this holiday for food. Yeah, so I also hate like when you're gathering with family members. Like I haven't seen y'all all year, and your first thing, like you usually have those cousins and aunts and uncles and shit like that be trying to size you the fuck up, and they're just like, oh, what are you doing with your life? My daughter graduated from college, and I'm just like, isn't your husband cheating on you? Don't you do cocaine in the bathroom? I need you to stop. I need you to stop that. Yeah,
I have family that, what's the name? We gather for Thanksgiving, right? And there was one year, like, my mom had a family friend stay down here at one point, and we all went downstairs for Thanksgiving. You know, me and my family, we're in pajamas, whatever. Just go downstairs to eat. That's all I care about. But there was one year my mom's family friend was over, and she was like, why aren't you dressed up? And we're like, this is how we normally do Thanksgiving. We don't really get dressed like that. Or if we do, it's the laziest way possible. So, yeah, she was like, well, why don't you guys go back upstairs and put on fancy stuff? So me and my sister, we were just savage as hell. So literally, me and my sister, we both grabbed the nearest dress, kept our pajamas on, grabbed the nearest dress, and went, yank. And she was like, that's not fancy. We were like, fuck you, lady. We are fancy enough. And then literally took it off like not too long after that. So I was just like, yeah. You really
I wouldn't even did all of that. I'm just like, no. I'm going to stay in my pajamas. And if I change anything, I'm putting on a pair of pants.
Right.
Is it wrong that I hate turkey and cranberry sauce?
It's okay. I can take it or leave it.
I hate it.
And anyway, like, so for the past couple of holidays, both Thanksgiving and Christmas, me, my mom, and my sister, when she comes down, we're like, we don't want to do Thanksgiving, turkey, all that stuff. We've done like Cornish hens. I think last year we did crab legs, which was super fun. This year we're going to be doing a lasagna. Like, man,
yeah,
I'm ready for it. I like doing something unique and not the same old.
Yeah, that's what I did. That's what I'm doing this year. Usually my brother makes a whole bunch of food for like literally 5 people, and I'm just like, we don't need all this food. So this year, last year I made the whole meal by myself, all the sides, the turkey and everything. But I was like, this year we're not gonna do as many sides. We'll have the turkey and like 3 sides, and that is it. Because I was like, there's no point. Like, okay. When all my family used to gather together, sure, I don't mind doing all that food. But then now it's just me and like 3 people in the house. So I'm just like, yeah, there's no point in cooking all that food.
Look, as long as I the best part of Thanksgiving.
For any of these for Thanksgiving and Christmas, I don't care what we have or who I'm with. I just want dressing.
Is it wrong? Okay, so this is so weird. I call it stuffing. You guys call it dressing. I don't know the difference.
Oh, it's 2 different things.
They are.
I can't really explain it, but they're different. They're completely different.
Oh God.
They're different.
How are they different? Because I always think stuffing and dressing are the same damn thing. At least in my brain, they are.
I always thought dressing was like salad dressing.
What? No. No, it's stuffing. And stuffing and dressing are the same thing. I think. Aren't they?
I don't care about it. I'm just like, give me my sides. That's all I care about.
The sides are usually the best. I mean, that and ham.
Back to the list of shit that I fucking hate.
Black
I don't
Friday.
like gathering with people I don't. Shut the fuck up.
Throw Black Friday out the window. It fucking sucks. I hate working it. I hate looking at it. I don't want to even be outside, but I have to work now. Now I'm an adult. So I have to work that shit.
It's the worst.
It's the worst. The worst.
Yahida, are you going to disagree on that one? Please don't. Black Friday as a sale,
Black Friday?
sure, that's great. But also, like, working it is terrible. Also, you might get trampled.
Oh, I'm suing. I will yank the person, whoever's foot it is. I'm like, yeah, you're
People
gonna get
have
sued.
died during Black Friday. I refuse. Let me just
Yeah.
do Blue Monday for safe.
Being honest.
No point in dying over some damn deals.
Okay, and they're not even that
And
good.
Cyber Monday will probably get you a better deal anyway. Plus, COVID this year, so yeah, you'll probably get a better deal online. So,
Dear God, what is Black Friday during COVID going to look
again,
like?
I don't want to know, but I have to work it, so I'll let you know next
Oh,
podcast.
I didn't like I don't like a lot of things about holidays, bro. Well, the holidays. I thought a lot of shit was just stupid. I hated doing like anything. And then you always have those family members that consistently get drunk, and they're drunk before they even get to the house.
Right.
And then you all have to sleep in the fucking house together, and it's just a house filled with people. And you have people who like, you always have like those people who host this shit, and they bitch and complain. They're like, oh my God, bring everybody, bring all the kids. I'm going to cook. We're going to have a good time. We're going to play games. Then you bring the kids over and they're screaming the entire time. They're just like, oh my God, the kids are everywhere. They're breaking stuff. They're always bothering me. And I'm just like, are you actually like mentally ill? Be honest.
I don't like.
I run into that like every year.
Them. I was gonna say, I don't like the meanness of people. Like, okay, it's one thing, I don't know what it is about the holidays. It brings out the worst in people.
Mm-hmm.
Like the worst, like worse than Grinch kind of mean. Like kick a kid off a cliff mean. I'm like, why are y'all so mean? Because you can't get a deal off this $1 candle where you want it for like a penny. I'm like, no. I guess it still goes under retail Christmas, which I hate, but still. Why are people so mean? There's no need to be that mean.
I also hate. No, I was like, another reason why like I hate it when the holidays come is because your parent, most of the time, let me just say this, I hate it when parents gossip about their own kids. I think you're a fucked up person, especially because they'll call whoever it is and spread your business then and there the minute they could, but damn sure over holidays. And then the worst part is you're in a house, right? And these people are normally like drunk or just naturally loud. So you're hearing people judge and bitch and complain about you, which I think is terrible. Just super terrible. One year we gathered together, one of my cousins finally hit puberty and started, her cycle, and her mom posted it online and told the entire family that was like there, and then even started video calling other people to talk about it. Not like, oh my God, it finally happened, I'm so nervous. No, just being like, oh my God, she bled everywhere. It was all over the bed.
Wow.
She doesn't even know how to use a pad. And I'm just like,
that's awful.
In front of every bitch? No, absolutely not. Fuck you.
You know what
like I stay saying, we all have that one gossipy bitch in the family who's always like starting shit. Yeah. And it especially sucks for I want to say minorities, because for some fucking reason it's always more than one of them. And I'm just like, normally I'll see like on movies and stuff, or like I'll hear at like school other people talking about that one aunt or the one uncle or their one grandparent. For me, it was always like 2 to 3 goddamn bitches who would do it every year. And you're just embarrassed. You're embarrassed and fucking annoying. I can't. And then you always have that family member that's always dying from a medical condition. Oh yeah, I gotta get surgery. And bitch, didn't you have to get surgery like last year?
No,
and weren't you saying that you might not make it to the summer?
Is house hoppers. Whether you are the person who is in the group of house hoppers, or you're the person who has to have them over your house. The person who goes to different houses over Thanksgiving or Christmas so they can get all the different foods. Oh. And they only there for like 20, 30 minutes to get a plate and leave.
Yeah, yeah.
House hoppers.
I haven't I only had that experience once, but that was mainly with like yeah, I only had that experience once. It was mainly with my older sister and her friends. They came down with like my niece and nephew and everything, and then they left like within the next 30 minutes. So my sister had made like we had two big old trays, like oh my god, big trays of macaroni. I made one and they ate out of one, but then we had a full one left over. We were just like, why did you make all this food? I know that many people never come over here. Yeah, she was like, yeah, they took whatever was the rest of that, so y'all can put that away. I'm like, you can put that away. That's your dish, not mine.
But no, it's like I was the kid of the house hopper. My mom definitely did that, especially down here. It was like, oh, you went over to some house that you ain't
That
never
was
seen
her.
before. You done talk to people like, I don't think I've seen you since I was like 3. And my mom would be asking me, oh, don't you remember this, that, and the third? You know, I think you were
I
like,
hate okay,
Mama,
that's
I
one
barely
thing.
remember anything about my childhood. No, I don't remember these people. Stop asking me this.
Right. The people will act like they're like, oh, you know, they'll look at me. Oh, I remember when you were like this small and I could hold you in my hand. Do you remember me? I'm like, lady, no. I was
You know what?
I was so little. I would not remember.
At least you guys had that. I think I encountered, because you know, you would think that that doesn't get worse because you're just like, no, I don't remember the person. Why the fuck would I? I was literally 2 days old.
Thank you.
Right.
Yeah. At this point, though, I'm sorry. At one point, when I was in New York, I had a family member come over. Well, whatever. She was one of she's my granddaughter's niece, and she's apparently in the military, and she's most of the time been stationed in like the Middle East. I don't like this bitch. I've never liked this bitch. You would think the whole like, oh, I used to know you when you were a baby, or do you remember this person? You would think that that's like the extent of it. You're like, oh, okay, it can't get worse. That's just something annoying that they do. No, I walk into my great grandma's house to greet, you know, everybody and to check on my great grandma and love on her and stuff. And my grandma's niece was like, oh, hey. And I was like, hi, the fuck is your name? Who are you? Why are you in this house? And she was just like, you know who I am. I was like,
no, I don't.
No, I don't. She's like, yes, you do. You know who I am. You've seen tons of pictures of me. I was like, I'm sorry, bitch, I've never seen before. What the fuck are you talking about? And like, I'm actually talking to her like this because I was like, I don't know who you are. And she's like, yes, you do. You know who I am. I hate that you guys fucking play like this. I was like, I will smack the fuck out of you. She's like, I'm your mom's cousin. How do you not know who I am? Why are you sitting here pretending like you don't know me? You seen me when you were a baby. I'm 19. I'm 19. I've not seen you, according to your logic, I've not seen you in 19 years. And no, I was like, Athena does not have pictures of you. I have no fucking idea who you are. And she goes, oh my God, you guys are like, this is just so fucking annoying. You do know who I am. You've seen me tons of times. You've seen pictures. You've heard stories about me. I was like, are you pretending like you're famous, bitch? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then, I had to leave. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go. Good luck, bitch with no edges. I'm out. Yeah, because mind you, I just had this thick, long hair for a good minute. Right. And she was like, couldn't let me leave and just not say shit. My grandma's sister was like, oh my gosh, your hair is just curly and everywhere. And she's like, you know, maybe you should straighten it. It's getting cold outside. And I was like, no, it's pretty long, so it like covers my ears and stuff, so I don't really have to wear a hat. And it's so thick when it's curly, I just rather not. I was like, but you know, I'll think about it before the holiday comes up. And this bitch, who again, I don't know you. This bitch deadass was like, I mean, your hair only looks like that because, you know, it's not your real hair. And I was like,
you can yank on it, bitch.
Oh no, I ain't letting you touch my hair. I'm gonna let you touch this fist to your face.
hate that. I swear to this day, like I fucking hate her. I hate her so much. Like she only gets worse. She only gets worse. And she has other people convinced that like they have to praise her and shit like that. And she's like, I've been in the military for years. You know, I'm amazing. I'm a professional. I was like, I don't fucking care. But like I said, she acted like that the entire time. And she's like, well, in the military, we can't do all that extra stuff with our hair anyway. And I was like, what? It had nothing to do with me. Had nothing to do with me or the conversation I was having with my grandma's sister. And
I want to know what the extra was, because when I think I'm hearing, I'm just like, what kind of extra was happening? Sounded like her hair was just there.
I think it was at the time like Black women couldn't like have their hair out like that because they, you know, the military.
I'm talking about what
let people
this was not that long ago. This was after the whole big natural hair movement type shit. And then she was just like, the only reason why I have like the length of hair that I have is because I'm mixed. And I was just like, no, bitch, my hair didn't grow for a long time. I was like, I took care of my hair. She was just like, no, it doesn't matter. Normal Black hair can't grow like that. Not yours. And my aunt was like, my grandma's sister was like, Yahida, okay, get the fuck out. Okay. Yeah. I was like, what is the problem? And she's like, Yahida, respect her. She's been in the military. She's been in Iraq for a long time. I was like, that she chose to go. You have to sign up for the military. I was like, I'm not about to sit here and feel bad for her, praise her, or suck her dick. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I like I said, you would think that the whole, oh, I seen you when you were a baby. Like, do you remember me? You would think that shit could not get worse. She was worse than that. And ever since then, now the minute someone even says something remotely close to me, I'm just like, shut up. Excuse me, shut up. Because I will never be tried that hard again. Because I think her name was Margot or something like that. And again, haven't seen her in a long time. According to them, she's been stationed in other places for literal years. No one ever sees her. Okay. And I was so upset that like a couple of weeks later, my great grandma passed. So I had to see that bitch at the funeral. She didn't have not one fucking tear in her eye for someone who grew up in my great grandma's house. And she's just sitting there the entire time during the funeral, just.
Wow.
I was like, did you just use her death to get out of being in the military? Bitch, you didn't care. Go. You didn't shed not one fucking tear. You didn't call. You never call. Because I used to talk to my great grandma and people in her house. And they were always just like, you know, they've not seen her for a long time and all this other shit. She's a bitch. She's a bitch. Okay? She's a bitch. Like I said, that shit, it gets my blood hot. And I hate it because, like, you know, during the holidays, again, they make it feel like competition between you and your cousins and siblings.
I hate this whole idea of people saying, oh, it's a war on Christmas. When you say winter holidays and stuff like that, I'm like, they say that because there's like 3 different religious holidays happening. 4 really, like you've got Wiccans, you've got Jewish people, you've got people who celebrate Kwanzaa, and you've got Christmas all happening around the same time. So yeah, we're just going to call it winter because that's the season. But no, You're like, no, it's a war on Christmas. People trying to take Christmas away. I was like, shut up. Oh my God. Be quiet. You want to talk about go somewhere. Like, it ain't that serious. It's like it's a war on Christmas, a war against Christians. I'm like, most people celebrate Christmas by talking about Santa Claus, a fake character. And then you guys want to say Christ's birthday is on Christmas Day, and it's like, it's not actually.
It's really not. People really celebrate Christmas. They're not celebrating Christmas for Christmas. It's just, oh, I gotta get my relative a present.
And that's all it is.
Hurry up, because I waited until last minute to do it. Oh, look at the Christmas sale. Like, I don't really like I said, Christmas isn't my favorite holiday because it's like I said, it's people that are mean to each other because they can't get this one sale off, or it's just the fact that you don't get what you want and people want to complain and blow up on Facebook and all that stuff. I'm like, nobody's celebrating Christmas for what it's supposed to be. It's spending time with your family and shit.
Besides,
exactly.
Christmas was fun as a kid because at that point
Right.
Half the time, you don't care what you're getting. You just know you're getting toys.
You're getting something.
What was you guys' because we got a few minutes. What was you guys' favorite Christmas presents that you guys got or remember getting?
I still have it to this day. There was a life-size Barbie doll, a life-size Sugar Plum Fairy black Barbie doll that my mom got us. And the sad thing is, we literally only got to wear the outfit once, but kids grow fast, so we got to wear the outfit, and then she got us the movie to go with it. And later on, we used that doll. My sister taught me how to braid a little bit. I still don't know how to braid, y'all, but she taught me how to braid with that doll, and we still have it to this day. So every once in a while, I take it apart and I try to learn how to braid again. But I love that doll. That was my favorite.
What? You want to go, Alexis? Actually, yeah, you go.
Honestly, the only thing I can recall that I would love to get again, it was a real practical thing I got probably as a teen.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a shaving kit or something, like, hey, or like some kind of hygiene thing. I'm just like, I got like a razor and some replacement razors. It came with the shave gel and I think a body wash. I'm just like, this is it.
I know that's
I love those things.
Like, I got my mom gave me a nice shaving set, had the gel, had all the different heads and everything, and I love that thing. But now it doesn't even work on. It only works on one setting, and I'm just like, I want another one, but I can't find it myself. But I wish she was still here to help me find it. But yeah.
Mine was so. If any of you guys watched our Instagram stories, I talked about the Children of the Red King series. My mom got me the first 3 books when I turned, I want to say 15 or 16, because she knew I loved them, but I couldn't get them. So I wake up Christmas morning and there we go. And my brother sent me the all of the Lord of the Rings books with the Hobbit plus the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I sat in one of the rooms in the house. I had the door closed and I just read those books the whole morning.
Yeah.
That was like my favorite Christmas present. I think my Lord of the Rings books got caught in a flood at our old house, so they got damaged and I lost them. But I still have all those Charlie Bone books and I still read them on occasion because those were like one of my favorite book series.
Nice.
I wish you could have got me books like that.
Mm-hmm.
They just knew because I was a big dork.
The last time I had Christmas, I was 8, and I was staying over my grandma's house from a different side of my family. So I was like, that's the last time I remember, and I don't remember what I received. I remember I think it was like 3 gifts, but I don't remember anything after. Because I got yelled at right after the gifts because they were like, you don't seem that appreciative. And I was like, I said, thank you. But, like I said, I didn't have the most practical life growing up. So I didn't really have Christmas. I can't remember gifts. Because, again, that was the last time I had Christmas and I received something as a child.
Yeah. Any favorite gifts from like recently? Any recent Christmases?
Or recent birthday gifts, anything?
I think the most recent birthday gift that I'm like super hype and still happy to this day is, I guess, my daughter, but she was born 3 days after my birthday. So that was about it. Love that little manimal. Oh yeah, but that's time. And I gotta go because Candace is here.
Well, tell Candace we said hey. Everybody, thank you for joining us on this latest episode of Sip Tea with Senpais. I've been your host, Senpai Man.
Lovely Senpai Kai.
I'm not doing this. No.
Goodbye.
Senpai.
No.
Too late. That's Alexis. That's Yahida. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye bye.
No more Coochie Man songs.